After a fire damaged Altoona Midway Elementary, the community immediately came together to help. I'm Bronte Sorotsky with the importance this building held for the town and what the school district hopes to do next.
We'll take you to a special picnic in Pittsburg. 2 people are dead and at least 20 injured following a shooting in South Florida.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
After a fire damaged the elementary school in Altoona, Kansas Saturday, the community came out to start the cleanup process. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Chris Warner. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky tells us why this one building is so special to the community.
Following a fire at Altoona Midway Elementary on Saturday that damaged the building, many from across the community came out to begin boarding up and securing the school.
In a small rural community like this, school is kind of the center point. That's where a lot of activities happen. That's where people have a lot of memories. So when that special place gets damaged or maybe destroyed, as much as this building has been, it's going to have some impact on the whole community.
The damage is extensive, with 2 classrooms, a storage room, and the cafeteria completely destroyed, and the entire building facing smoke and water damage. Destiny Raymond, who just finished the 4th grade, says she came out to help as soon as she heard about the damage to her school.
Just to see what it looked like, all the damage, and just say my goodbye. Just wanted to see it. I want to see how bad it was. Worse than I thought.
The damage even inspired alumni to come back to their hometown to help out.
I made a lot of memories here over the years, all the friends and stuff and good times.
He says the community's efforts are something positive coming from such a disastrous event.
This is something tragic happened here. Maybe the community come together and we can possibly rebuild, or who knows what will happen. Cynthia Dvorak,
a teacher at the local high school, says it's no surprise so many came out to help.
We're one big family, and so when that came out on the messenger last night that there was a fire and that they needed volunteers, no question, my husband and I called our church and said we're not being there today, and we're here today because it's where we need to be.
Programs typically held at the elementary school, like summer school and the summer food program, will have to be moved to the high school. In Altoona, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
As of now, the Altoona Midway School District does not know what they're going to do for the upcoming school year. We saw the sun today, and it was a bit warmer. Nick Kelly joining us with what the rest of the weekend has to hold.
Before we get to that, though, Chris, what you said already, vast improvements compared to the chilly Saturday and kind of cloudy Saturday as well. We're looking so quiet from 7th and Rangeline, the high of 71. Nice to see that number back in action after a cool start in the upper 40s this morning. I've been seeing us staying mainly dry on the Skywatch storm tracker for much of this evening, except for maybe a few stray little showers north of 54. On the Kansas side, you can see closer up on the radar network. Again, nothing really heavy, and these are still lifting north and east. Not a big deal there. However, the thunderstorms out west, while they're not heading our way, the upper low to help trigger those storms out in the desert southwest, that is going to start heading our way tomorrow. In the meantime, temperatures starting to get a little bit chilly. Lower 60s popping up across the region, but this time around we'll thankfully drop back into the mid-50s. I think most of us are dry in the morning, but as we get into the afternoon, that's when the better rain chances will start to ramp up. But I still think, Chris, we can get highs near 70. We'll take a look at the rest of the week here in a bit.
All right, Nick, thank you. Well, today was a great day for a picnic in the city of Pittsburg, which worked out great for the Mirza Shrine's annual family picnic. These 4 state Shriners got together in Lincoln Park and encouraged folks to bring the whole family out for a day of fun, fellowship, and of course, good food. The Shriners had plenty of tasty treats to eat, but also encouraged people to bring their own dishes, which they could share with folks and maybe even use to make some new friends.
Oh, it's great. I tell you, it's a lot of good friends, and we feel like we do something to help, people, and that's what it's all about. Let them get together and show them a little hospitality, and we supply the food, and they just come and have a good time, hopefully.
Now, there were also plenty of fun activities at the picnic, including a Nerf gun fight. Well, police are looking for the suspects who opened fire into a crowd outside a South Florida event hall early Sunday. 2 people were killed and about up to 2 dozen were injured. CBS News correspondent Manuel Borrequez has more from Miami-Dade County, Florida.
The deadly blasts of gunfire erupted outside the El Mula Banquet Hall in northwest Miami-Dade County. The violence unfolded early Sunday when 3 people got out of a white SUV, opening fire into a crowd outside. Officials say the assailants were armed with assault rifles and handguns. 2 people died at the scene and at least 20 were injured and taken to nearby hospitals for treatment.
This type of gun violence has to stop. Every weekend it's the same thing. This is targeted. This is definitely not random.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis tweeted justice needs to be swift and severe. Businessman and TV personality Marcus Lemonis offered a $100,000 reward to help authorities catch the suspects. In the nearby city of Miami, a Friday night shooting outside a gathering left 1 dead and several injured. On CBS's Face the Nation, Miami Police Chief Art Acevedo urged Congress to make new laws aimed at curbing gun violence.
We need to have universal background checks. We need to make burglarizing these licensed gun stores a federal crime with mandatory sentencing.
Chief Acevedo called gun violence in the U.S. a public health epidemic that the nation needs to address. Manuel Borrequez, CBS News, Miami-Dade County, Florida.
The Gun Violence Archive says multiple victim shootings killed more than 20 people across the U.S. over the past week, including 9 workers at a Santa Clara County rail yard in San Jose, California. We take this time now to honor one of our many 4-state heroes. Specialist Rusty Scott is serving with the Army in Iraq with the 731st Transportation Company. His hometown, Coffeyville. We are proud to recognize Specialist Rusty Scott, tonight's 4-state hero. And of course, if you want to learn more about other heroes or nominate one of your own, you can do that at our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Let's look at our top stories and a quick check of the forecast on the KOAM News at 10. Still ahead, why 2 major airlines will not be serving alcohol on their flights. Alcohol won't be served on 2 major airlines due to bad behavior in the skies. Now, Southwest Airlines says it's holding off serving alcohol after one of its flight attendants was assaulted on board. The decision comes as the number of unruly passengers surged this year as flight attendants were tasked with enforcing federal and airline mask rules. American Airlines says it won't sell alcoholic beverages in the main cabin through mid-September when the federal mask mandate is expected to expire. But passengers in first and business class can still buy booze. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, over the last 5 months, there have been 2,500 reports of unruly behavior by passengers, with nearly 2,000 of them related to mask mandates. Well, the UK's Prime Minister reportedly tied the knot this weekend. A number of British outlets report that Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his fiancée Carrie Simons were married in a small private ceremony in London at the Roman Catholic Westminster Cathedral. The 2 were engaged in February of 2020 and have a 1-year-old son. It's the 3rd marriage for the 56-year-old Johnson and the first for 36-year-old Simons. Johnson is the first British Prime Minister to wed in office since 1822. Temperatures looking a lot better across the area. Are they going to stick around? Nick Kelly's got his forecast right after this.
Overwater.com.
It was nice to see the sunshine back to start the day out. Even though we traded the back toward partly cloudy skies throughout the afternoon, pretty good looking time lapse from Indigo Sky Casino and Resort outside of Seneca, Missouri. The returning sunshine, and even though we had a very light breeze out of the south and southeast at times, it really helped us out with temperatures. Barely making it into the lower 60s yesterday, but after a cool start in the upper 40s, these are much better numbers. Highs, at least at Joplin Regional, back at 71 at last check from the north side of the city, and most of us in the upper 60s to near 70 today, despite the cloud cover working back in and maybe a few showers clipping our northern and western counties on the Kansas side as we got through the late afternoon and for a little portion of this evening. But the latest look at the Skywatch storm tracker now shows any good rain, barely we can even call it that, just resulting in maybe a few showers between Garnett and Iola and Uniontown up to about Mound City and northwest of Fort Scott. Those are just a few showers, but it's hinting at our next storm system that's ready to roll in from the west and start to bring better rain chances back into the fold. From 7th and Rangeline, though, we're looking quiet outside. 61 at the airport and downtown with an east breeze pushing 10 and the humidity at 83%. Most of us are sitting in the lower 60s, from 60 in Fort Scott to 63 in Miami, 61 in Parsons, maybe a few mid-60s around Chanute and Fredonia, but everyone's dropping back into the mid-50s while we continue with mostly cloudy skies working in from the west. And we're definitely keeping an eye on this complex of rain and thunderstorms. Any severe weather, it's not headed towards us. That's staying along the stationary front that's draped into a good portion of the state of Texas. It's what's upstairs that's going to drive rain chances in here. This upper low, it's parked across Arizona. It's going to continue to ride along the jet stream, and in turn, that's going to push that complex of rain out west slowly our way as we go into tomorrow. But you see how we go through the overnight, most of that rain stays west, so vast majority of us will be dry to start your Monday morning out. While it's a bit chilly this time around, thankfully, we're dropping back into the mid-50s. Here's noon on your Memorial Day. A few more showers trying to come in our Kansas counties, but I'm thinking once we hit the afternoon, that's when the better rain chances, scattered rain, maybe a few thunderstorms, but even if we saw some thunderstorms, we're not looking at any severe weather. So that's a nice change of pace. We don't have to deal with severe weather on Memorial Day, but the rain chances will be on the increase throughout the day. 55 in the morning, 67 by noon, highs near 70 degrees with eventually an east breeze at 5 to 10 during the afternoon. We'll keep an eye on the rain chances tomorrow night into Tuesday morning, and then we'll deal with just periods of scattered rain and some thunderstorms on Tuesday, and wanted to continue into Wednesday morning. So within the next 3 days alone, we can have rain amounts vary from half an inch on the low end to as much as 2 inches of rain if we can still get some heavier pockets of rain to pass on by. As far as temperatures go, not looking too terrible. 70 on your Memorial Day, only upper 60s though for your Tuesday, 73 Wednesday, mainly dry Thursday and Friday as we push back near 80, and we stay near 80 through the coming weekend, Chris, despite better thunderstorm chances Saturday and Sunday.
You took the words out of my mouth. Despite the rain, we have some better temperatures on the way.
About time too.
Yes, it is. Nick, thank you so much. Well, coming up in sports, the Crowder College baseball team aims to stay alive in the JUCO World Series, plus it's Home Run Derby night at the NCBA World Series in Pittsburgh. Jacob Leonard joins us with that and more next.
Welcome into the Toyota Sunday Night Sports Feed. The Crowder College baseball team is in Grand Junction, Colorado this weekend for the JUCO World Series. Now, the Rough Riders dropped their tournament opener on Saturday, falling to Indian Hills 10-3. Now, Crowder faces elimination today against Florence Darlington. The Rough Riders were down 5-2, but they come back to win 9-8. They scored 6 runs in the 8th, including a grand slam from Logan Chambers. The NCBA World Series is in Pittsburgh this weekend. The semifinals are already set with East Carolina, Virginia Tech, Iowa State, and Oregon still alive. Before that, though, a little fun tonight. Home Run Derby at the NCBA World Series at PSU. Salisbury's Logan Shortall put on a show in round 1. 4 jacks in the first round. Now, not to be outdone, Virginia Tech's Jack Quinn, biggest number in round 1. He put 6 over the wall. Move on to the second round. Now in the second round, East Carolina's Zach Nicholson gets 2, and that's the number you need to get to the finals. And North Dakota's Matt Miller sitting at 0 here, just 1 out to go, needs the money ball to make the finals. Check it out, clutch swing here. He makes the finals and takes advantage of it. He hits 2 more. North Dakota's Matt Miller is tonight's Home Run Derby champ.
It's crazy. I mean, something you ask for once in a lifetime, and I loved it. I felt really good in that third round. Really felt good to hit 2 out, knowing that the guy ahead of me only hit 1. A lot of excitement on the sidelines here, and my teammates on the left field side came out here, dumped water on me, all like that stuff. So awesome to celebrate.
The Kansas City Royals hit the field today for their series finale against the Twins. The two teams have split the first 2 games of the 3-game series. Kansas City tries to avoid a 4th loss in 5 games. In the 5th, Whit Merrifield singles to left. Hunter Dozier scores. Royals go in front 3-2. Later in the same inning, Salvador Perez doing damage. This one here scores Merrifield. At that point, it's 5-2 Kansas City. They go on to take the series 6-3. National League here, Cards try to sweep Arizona. That one also final, but the Cards fall 9-2. St. Louis back at it tomorrow night on the road against the Dodgers. The Colgan Panthers softball team won their 2nd straight state championship on Friday night. Their head coach, Annie Della Sega, joins us right here in studio next.
Your prearrangement needs.
Welcome back to the Toyota Sunday Night Sports Feed. We're sitting down now with Annie Della Sega, head coach of the Colgan softball team. Of course, they finished off back-to-back state championships this week. Congratulations, Coach. First off, thanks for being here. And when you watch that last pitch to claim the 2A state championship, what's going through your head, and what are the emotions of that moment?
Oh man, so much going through your head. That last game, the game before it actually was our close. It was 3-2. We had runners on. They had runners on third base, bottom of the 7th. That would have tied it. The winning run was on second base. That was really where most of our adrenaline was. That championship game, it felt like after we had pulled out that first game, it was like nobody's going to beat us. We had the adrenaline. That last pitch, actually, Ashley Marietta in center field, she said, "I want the 3rd out," and her sister got it as a catcher. So that was fun, and the girls were just so excited. They said, "Coach, can we dogpile?" When we were on the 2nd out, they said, "Can we dogpile?" And I said, "Yeah, you can." And so it was so fun. They had a good time the whole tournament, and just a great feeling.
So we say back-to-back state championships. You won it in 19 and 21, and obviously you didn't have the shot to do it in 20 because of COVID. I know you got some competitive kids, and you're a competitive person. Does it bother you, or do you get the sense that it bothers some of your kids that they didn't have that chance to make it 3 in a row?
Absolutely. I think that's probably what helped us come out hungry this year. Those girls that are juniors this year, we have a class of 9 juniors, and they would have played as sophomores. And so, losing that year, I think that really made them come out knowing they had to play twice as hard to get that title. And then our seniors who lost their junior year, they did a lot in the off season honestly with their own teams, with some traveling teams and different things to just sharpen their skills and know that when they were ready to come back and play for Colgan, they were going to be the best they could.
We talk about your senior group, kind of how important they've been to, not just this team, but, for kind of setting an example for your program for the future as well.
Sure. The seniors this year I was an assistant coach their freshman year, and so that was my first year coaching, and so they're a little extra special to me because of that. They're such great leaders. Caitlin obviously has been on the mound for us since her freshman year, and we've talked about her throughout the whole entire season, how special she is. Such a great kid, and she came out ready to play this season. Emma has been our first baseman, and she again would have played her junior year and was a big part of our dugout and our success her sophomore year, as far as just being the cheerleader, keeping everybody up and excited, and just always being in the game. And so I'm so happy for her that she got to have this year. And then Millie, who started out as her freshman year, not even having ever played softball before, to being our offensive specialist. Just a super special group, great friends, the 3 of them, and have been great leaders for us.
We've talked about Caitlin Crossland, a lot this season. She's been on the highlights. Absolutely. A lot. As a coach, we've seen what she's done, but as a coach, is there a certain level of comfort for you knowing that she's the one out there in the circle, and she's kind of the leader of the team, and she can do some of those things on the field for you as far as leadership is concerned?
Absolutely. You want your leader to have the ball at all times, and as a pitcher, she does. When we were in that second game at state, and the game's on the line, it's the bottom of the 7th, there's a runner on third, tying run on third, I went out and talked to him, and you just look in her eyes and you see the confidence of I'm gonna take care of this, you know, and she struck out the next 2 batters. And so yes, that confidence in her as our leader, both offensive and defensively is what makes a very successful team.
Now this season, you know, as fun as it was, it's in the rearview mirror now, and you know, people, it's time for you to look at you know, trying to make it 3 in a row. So talk about what you have back, kind of the core that you have back next season, and what we can expect from you guys next season.
We have 9 juniors that will be seniors next year. So of those 9, we'll have the Marietta girls who will be seniors, our whole outfield actually. So Emily Emhoff has been our left fielder this season. She'll be a senior. Ashley center, and Gabby Riddell will also be a senior. Lauren Yagmore will be back. A lot of our starters. Anna Westhoff has played the end of the season for us at third base. We'll be back. Allie Marietta at catcher. And so we're having some big shoes to fill with Caitlin being gone and Emma and Millie obviously, but we have those girls that have had experience and a state championship experience now, and then very excited for our pitching coming up. Eleanor Reek has been working so hard for us as our second pitcher, and so we have a lot coming up that I'm very excited for. Excited for those girls who have been such good teammates to these girls to get to have their time and their chance playing St. Mary's Colgan softball.
All right, Coach. Well, I certainly thank you for being out here. We've had a lot of fun being around your team and covering you guys. It was awesome to see you guys finish it off. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We'll be right back.
County.
Well, tomorrow is Memorial Day. It's a day to honor those brave men and women who have served and are serving our great nation. Many area communities are holding Memorial Day services. The Pittsburg State University Veterans Memorial is offering a recorded Memorial Day program available for viewing on demand anytime on Memorial Day or later on several channels at 10 a.m. and on the local cable access channel. The GAR Cemetery in Miami will host its Memorial Day ceremony tomorrow morning at 9:30. To accommodate social distancing, there will be a limited amount of seating in place, so they encourage everyone to bring their own lawn chairs. The event will be streamed live on the GAR Cemetery Facebook page and the City of Miami Facebook page. And Joplin's American Legion Post 13 will conduct an interment ceremony tomorrow at Mount Hope Cemetery in Webb City. The remains of 3 veterans will be honored. That ceremony is at 10 a.m. And Chanute American Legion Post 170 holding a Memorial Day service at the Memorial Park at 11 a.m. They're going to be releasing balloons in honor of those veterans who have passed. That's our time for now. Thanks for making us part of your night.